Hey folks, welcome to my channel. My name is Patdees, the Traveling Picker. Well, my last name's not Traveling Picker. That's my surname here on social media. I get a little bit of a shadow, but there is a nice, hey, the clouds are out. It's here in Pennsylvania, and we're not having 25 degrees no more. So it is actually been 75, 80 for a couple days this week. So I am getting ready to get out there and get on the road. If anyone doesn't know, who follows me is I am a reseller. What's a reseller? I buy stuff and I resell it. I sell it on Whatnot, sell it at the flea market. I've sold it at my yard sales. I've sold on eBay. I've sold on Amazon in the past. So you get the gist. And then as basically as a side hustle, I deliver groceries and food to people. I mean, yesterday I delivered a lawnmower, a push lawnmower. I actually fitted it in that car right there. Yeah, that little Matchbox car. I fit it. And it was funny because I showed up and the guy came out and the wife had said to he I think that's your lawnmower. He's like, no, it or something didn't fit in there, and I got it in there. It was in a cardboard box and put down the back. The seats wouldn't go down back, but so I felt really. I wanted to make this video because I want to comment, you know, the negativity that I see sometimes just alone on social media. And man, it makes a lot of people, they don't have to wonder why some people don't do social media. But some comments that I've been seeing lately in the reselling community. And, you know, and I'm not speaking from an outsider because I know these people and I have some friendships with some of these people. So I really felt the need to kind of address it. Whether you want to watch or not, that's up to you. And if you want to comment, I greatly appreciate it. But so I'm gonna do some name dropping today, and usually I don't do that, and I hope I do it in a way that serves. So basically, you don't have to wonder who I'm talking about or what's going on. But I hope I do it in a way that's respectful and that. Give my thought and opinion on it. So I wanted to get this done today because there ain't gonna be no fancy like music or title coming in. I'm just gonna upload it from my phone. I already made the thumbnail, I think late last night when I thought about doing this. But so what I want to address is a little controversial that's going on right now towards Harry Tornado. And basically a little bit of comments that, and Dave IRL. Now, Dave is from Florida, and I know Dave. Dave, Kevin, and Carrie do the Trash to Cash podcast. And Dave put a video out, something about the doubters. And this was like 2 days ago. And he had commented, I think, about a week and a half before. Now, my timing could be, maybe it was only 6 days. Maybe it was 15 days. It doesn't matter. You'll get the point. But I'm really disappointed in the reaction towards Harry Tornado, that people feel the need to basically publicly attack him and just say some mean-spirited things. Now, he's a big boy. He can defend for himself. But at the end of the day, I consider him a friend. And I know him better than a lot of viewers, and I just don't think it's right and it's fair. And I'm kind of disappointed that Dave would allow some of the comments to basically be posted or anything be hearted and stuff like that. So basically, Dave has and this is another reason I'm going to talk about this. And guys, nothing's written down. I have a stack of boxes here of inventory that I just picked up like 2 days ago, and on the fly, I'm making this. So Dave basically has started a website. I think it's Garage Sales HQ. Maybe it's Yard Sales HQ. I think it's GarageSalesHQ.com. So the theory behind the website is that people who are looking for yard sales or garage sales could go on there, and they would be able to basically map out and go to, you know, which is great for resellers or anyone that wants to collect or do that. Now here on the weekends in Pennsylvania, there's not really many yard sales during the week. I think maybe that's more of a southern thing, and I know a lot of times with yard sales in the South, a lot of times they may do them 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning and cut it off at 10 or 11 because it gets too hot. We're here, they, maybe ours goes to 2 or 3 o'clock because 12, you don't have all that humidity and stuff like that. So the concept behind it, excuse me. Yeah?
Oh,
yeah, why? What do you need?
nothing. I was going to bring in my tote from Printdees.
Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Well, now I'm going to have to edit that. So, all right. Well, I'm back. I'm going to edit a little bit of that out. Unfortunately, I told my wife I was going to be recording. She thought I went downstairs, or I don't know. But she came out into the garage, wanted a tote. So, I just hate that because I'm in the when you're in that thought process, what you were talking about. So hopefully now I can get back in the swing. Not that everybody's going to care what I have to say, but basically what I was saying was Dave created this website that people could, and then people also could upload, hey, they know where a yard sale or a garage sale is at. Trying to get a little bit more sun, but I'm right underneath the like right at the edge of the garage here, so if it's a little dark on me, oh well, maybe that'll hide some of me. But so I like the concept, and I guess there was some discussion that he said something to Harry Tornado, and Harry Tornado gave some constructive criticism, and Dave opened up that can of worms by sharing that and talking about it. But what it did was it opened up the platform for people to really be hating on Harry Tornado. And that's where I draw the line, that people support your friends. And personally, he has supported me. I started a 3D print business last year, and he spent, like, I'm going to round up, but like $4,200 with me last year and stuff like that. To me, there's just a lot of jealousy towards him, and I think the more that he shares, like he shared some of his income that he's made off of Facebook. He actually, not too long ago, just shared what he made on YouTube, and boy, that sometimes can stir. You want to be transparent and share your successes and basically inspire people, saying, hey, social media can work, you can do good, look what we did. But at times it can backfire, because there's always these people, like I saw some of the comments, oh, I didn't even know. Like, there's a lot of people that don't know how YouTube and social media works. And not that it matters. Why would you begrudge anybody? He's not like the Kardashians, where they're already, let's say, worth $100 million, and they're putting out nail polish, and they need an extra $20 million to make. A regular guy having a $30,000 year job during COVID, and I've been friends. Now I say friends, I'm using that term lightly. I can't pick up the phone and just call him. He's been on my YouTube channel 4 years ago. I've never been to his house. We've never had dinner together and like that, but we are definitely on friendly terms, and he buys from me, and anytime I text him or message him, he always responds, and typically, to be honest, he responds within 2 hours. So there's that respect between each other, and I feel, again, the need to make something like this, because, I don't know, when are we still back in high school? When people start making, like, what hurts me is when people start making comments about his wife, personal, how somebody looks. That's when it crosses the line with me, and that's the disappointment that I have in Dave, that he doesn't shut that down right away. If you're friends with somebody, let me tell you something. Most people, and I'm going to say this about anybody, if you said something about somebody's wife in person, you'd probably get punched in the face. So for people to make comments, and we're not even talking the like, sometimes, you look at someone like, oh my God, I don't know, they have a weird look about them, or, maybe they have a third ear on their head, and you're like, wow, that guy can really hear well, or something. I get it, but when you're attacking people, that you're basically going low, enough, and I've had it happen to me, I'll be honest. And I'm just a little channel, a little under 6,000 subscribers. I'm a nobody. I mean, the $50, $75 I make on average a month is nothing. Hell, I haven't even been on YouTube. I just did a video the other day, basically, because some people were saying, where are you at? And I didn't even do a video for, 2 months, basically, for personal reasons, health issues, injury, and the winter, and just China, and what the hell is it going to make a video about? Some people are drawn to just make videos because they have such a following that if you have 100,000 followers and you're going to get 10,000 views, you're going to make $100. So I get it. They can make a video, throw it up there, and hey, if I get 1,000 views on this video, if I'm lucky, I might make $10. Yay! Bravo! $10. It should be like confetti dropping down now. Patdees just made $10. Maybe. No, don't count the. No, they say don't count the chickens before they hatch. Well, don't count the money before it hits my bank account. I just think, though, in life, there's an important, we got to stand up for what's right and stand up for people. And I just, again, last year somebody made a video bashing Josh, and that he had a relationship before. Not a relationship, I mean a friendship, should say. Relationship sounds a little weird. A friendship. And it makes, what I find is it makes YouTubers or people in social media not want to collab anymore, because this is exactly what happens. You think you do something nice for people, and they turn around and they they backstab you. They do things, why people are jealous of Harry Tornado's success, I don't understand. Don't you want to see the regular guy, the little guy, get ahead and do good? And I just don't get it. I'm just so perplexed that people would make comments, and I mean ugly comments, and and again, and I'm rambling on some. I like the idea that, and just to be clear, what Dave is talking about, and I'll tell you why too, because I have the similar idea years ago, and I own, and I've owned it for years, GarageSales.com. But have I ever done anything with it? No. And the reason is to scale anything up. If you don't have, and I think that's where the issue lies, is that Dave knows that Harry Tornado's got 400 and some thousand followers on YouTube, and wants to basically leverage his audience to help Dave grow his website. Thus, the potential to make money. But if you want to use somebody in a way, that friendship, and then turn around because they give you some constructive criticism, and turn around and just sort of be mean-spirited, and then have people troll and make comments, that's not right. It's just not right. I mean, I thought these guys were friends, and I've seen Josh say in the chat, "Oh, we are friends." Well, hell, I mean and that's where that gets thrown around loosely. Friends on social media. I have a couple friends on social media that, I mean, I have. She's not around much, but T Auctions for You. She moved from New York down to South Carolina. I met her in person. I've slept over at her house. Me, my wife, and her husband went out for dinner. Sadly, her husband passed away last February, so she lives down with her dad in South Carolina. So we've lost the connection, but life continues. I'm doing what I'm doing. She's doing what she's doing. Mr. Buys a Lot, Brian, he's a friend of mine. We've hung out many times. I've slept over his house. I've driven trucks for him. I've helped him move stuff. I can pick up the phone anytime and call him. Pam, who work, she's a friend of mine. Another good friend of mine is Steve Alcorn, Steve Stuff. He does the 3D print show on my Printdees channel, and yeah, and I've met him in person. I've met a lot of actually resellers in person, but do I consider them all my friends? Nah, not necessarily. You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't consider that I'm friends with Dave, Kevin, and Carrie that do Trash the Cash podcast. They've never invited me on their show. I mean, I've sold probably $700,000 worth of stuff in 6 years online, and in the past I've had 800 employees and done a lot of things, but I'm not in that friendship loop that, and yet I could I guess maybe bitch and moan and say, well, they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing for me. They didn't give me a shout out. I mean, Dave once in a while, because I do 3D printing, he'll make comments and yeah, did you see Patdees he's doing, or stuff like that. But I mean, I can't pick up the hell. I comment on the videos. I don't even get a heart or a response back. So they've brought in Harry Tornado on there, and just to turn around and basically disrespect him like that, it really bothers me, and I just don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's the way that you do things, and I think it just drives people away. Going back with the support your friends, he basically, that's a motto that says, maybe instead of going to McDonald's, go to your local diner and buy a hamburger. Basically, it's a small business idea to basically support your friends. He goes to the flea market. He's made friendships. He supports me, and that's not to say that we're close or tight. I mean, I wanted to meet Harry Tornado 2.5 years ago when I was coming down through Florida, and he said I said, hey, can we meet at the Goodwill? It didn't happen. He didn't feel comfortable with wanting to meet me, and at the time I was really disappointed and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm a big boy and I have to suck it up. And look, last year I approached him. I saw that he was doing soap. I like soap. I've sold soap. And I started a 3D print business, and I created the soap dishes, and we're still doing business. This past week, he said to me, hey, I need some marble colored soap dishes and shower caddies. And I said, I had one of those things. I said to him, I said, I don't have the money to order the filament because I just had to pay taxes, and I'm chasing it. A month behind on the mortgage, and I just don't have it. And I said, but could you do me a favor? I said, could you buy stuff that I did make for you already? A new travel soap dish, and Scrub Daddy Holton's things, and this way I can use the money and I'll order filament. And he said, sure. And boom, I sent him the link. He paid for it like within 10 minutes. I ordered from Bamboo Labs 10 rolls, and that box that'll come in about probably next week. It'll take us probably about a week to make his order, because we got other things going on printing too, and that's what we'll do. And and that's where that support your friends to me comes in. But I don't know. I just think we should be better. I think going back to Dave's idea, I think it's a great idea. Do I know enough about it? And I don't want to get into how to, because I own GarageSales.com. So obviously I like the idea. But how do you do something? How do you put the effort into something that is going to be monetized? Do you charge people to list a yard sale to have the cash flow $1, $2? Do you have a subscription base where for like $2.95 people subscribe and they can get all the yard sales in their area? In other words, they can unlock something. Does he put signs in there to sell to people that want like a yard sale kit? I don't know. He's got to figure that out. one thing I don't understand about Dave, and Dave is 43 years old, and Dave, and I have nothing against Dave. I like Dave. Dave is actually very funny. Sometimes people take him the wrong way on Trash the Cast podcast, and they sort of pick on Kevin. But I think that's their little shtick, and I have to give them credit. They're doing, I don't know, are they episode 200 and some? I used to do. Kevin used to watch me before in the past. When I did, I used to bring people on and interview, and I wasn't calling it a podcast. I was talking about the reselling world, but I kept it. I think the longest I ever went was 2.5 hours. I usually kept it around 2 hours, but I brought on Locker Nut, Storage Auction Pirate, What the Hails. I mean, I had a lot. I had Renee from Storage Wars, Jeebus's, Mr. Buys a Lot. Harry Tornado, Rally Roots was on, and so they came on as a guest, and they grew. I didn't. I've been stuck at $6,000, $6,000 subscribers. It's about what I made though doing YouTube, $6,000 so far. When I know that there's a lot of people that make that in a month, but hey, good for them. Am I hating on them? No, that's just the way it is. I mean, Dave, I've bought, he's bought once or twice from me on Whatnot. Hell, I was selling on YouTube before there was Whatnot, and I know Dave's wife Tina, nice. I even sent stuff for his daughter for artwork, and Carrie I don't really know much about. I mean, I bought some cards from him, but he's always so low key. Kevin, I've been a fan of Kevin. I say fan. I don't really consider him a really close friend, and I'm not trying to offend, but he's never called me, never reached out to me. I've never been invited on their show, and I've always wanted to meet him in person and say hello and stuff like that. But sometimes, and that's where I run into the problem. Sometimes you can be honest and outspoken and be respectful, and people won't like you because you kind of call it out there. And one of my biggest YouTuber friends is Jeebus, Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. They have 1 million followers, and I've hung out with them personally. I've been to their house. They came through my area, invited my whole family for dinner. Only me and my wife went. My kid was busy with work. We've done the Christmas event with them. We've done the yard sales. We've done storage units together and stuff like that. So they're very. I would really. They're probably the biggest YouTube friends that I have. Are they like Mr. Buys a Lot that I can basically call up on the phone any day, or if I had to stop in at their house? No, they're not like that. So I appreciate, they say in life, a lot of times, keep your circle small, and if you're lucky, you have 5 good friends. And I made this video, again, we need to do better, folks. I mean, bashing Harry Tornado, and making comments that how a person looks or this and that, it's just not right. And I'm hoping that maybe Dave will watch this and just say, yeah, you know what, Pat's right, enough. Yeah, I get it. You want him to shout you out because he has 400,000 views. But I tell you, if you wanted me to do something and people were bashing me or my wife or saying something, would I be inclined to do it? I don't think so. I mean, how's it going to look now if he goes, all right, I'm Harry Tornado, go follow Dave's. It's going to look like that is going to look stupid. What should happen is Dave has some success with it, monetizes it, and can do a follow-up. I told you so. And then Harry Tornado and him could get on there and talk about. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. And I think that if things simmer down and there's a mutual respect and of friendship between the two, that down the road, I'm sure Harry Tornado would get behind it. But the mistreatment of Josh is just not right. So, all right, well, I think that's all I wanted to say, and I know long-winded and stuff, and some people are gonna be like, "Who cares?" and stuff. I care. I think it's important. I wish somebody would have stuck up for me years ago when I'm not gonna mention no names, but I got away from doing lives because I saw the hate in the chat, and sometimes the people were doing things that I couldn't control or know behind the scenes, and I'm not their father, their boss. I can only control my actions, and I think we need to be in good conscience of just how we treat one another, and if we're going to be, we call each other friends on social media. Let's be better friends. So, all right, I'm gonna get out there. I need to make some money. I just felt the need to again make this, and you guys have a good day and enjoy your life. Enjoy your weekend.